The hugely successful Game of Thrones series came to an end in 2019, following almost a decade of us being glued to our screens. Since Thrones wrapped up, there have been attempts to carry on the televised world of Westeros, with HBO eager to get a prequel right. They have already cancelled a prequel about the Long Night, despite spending millions of dollars on the pilot, which should indicate how serious HBO are about nailing House of the Dragon. The Game of Thrones series was known for having an array of film locations including Iceland and Croatia, but the vast majority of filming took place in Northern Ireland, which the destination has massively capitalized on. HBO has decided to move away from Belfast in Northern Ireland for the House of the Dragon series. The Warner Bros. Leavesden Studios in England is now their new home base for production, with several exterior scenes being shot in Cornwall and Devon. This is surely disappointing news for Northern Ireland, as 2018 visitor figures suggest that Game of Thrones helped to attract 1 in every 6 out-of-state visitors to Northern Ireland, which amounts to approximately £50 million into the local economy in that year alone. House of the Dragon filming in England could result in additional tourism revenue for England, as a report by the British Film Institute, BFI, claims that UK films encourage travel by audiences from all over the world. The report adds that in 2017, inbound tourists spent an estimated £729.4 million in film-related screen tourism in the UK. This is estimated to have increased to £892.6 million in 2019. Visit Britain Deputy CEO Patricia Yates said, "Visit Britain's research shows that films and TV are powerful motivators for travel." With almost a third of potential visitors to the UK keen to visit locations used in filming and seen on screen, film tourism has been an increasingly valuable part of our global tourism offer. Where is House of the Dragon filmed? House of the Dragon was filmed across several UK destinations as well as former Thrones filming locations, Croatia and Morocco. The vast majority of filming appears to have taken place in England though. From Hartland Quay in North Devon to Holywell Bay in Cornwall, the highly anticipated series is given a distinctly British feel through the use of these locations. Doctor Who star Matt Smith, who plays Prince Daemon Targaryen in the series, was spotted filming scenes for House of the Dragon in the UK. The 38-year-old actor was almost unrecognizable, sporting the typically Targaryen blonde hair and clothing. How to visit the House of the Dragon filming locations. House of the Dragon cast and crew have been snapped by fans and onlookers at Hartland Quay in North Devon and Holywell Bay, St Michael's Mount and Kynance Cove in Cornwall. These beautiful UK locations are easily accessed by visitors, with plenty of accommodation and facilities nearby. Holywell Bay. There has been filming activity spotted at Holywell Bay, with several reports of House of the Dragon sets and camera crews at this location. Holywell is near surfing hotspot Newquay, which is an ideal place to base yourself. It's a huge stretch of golden sand and is owned and looked after by the National Trust. The car park is free to National Trust members and there are toilets and facilities in Holywell Village. Newquay has plenty of accommodation offers including the swanky Headland Hotel, which is famous for being the iconic location of the 1990 film adaptation of Roald Dahl's The Witches. For dinner, try Fistral Beach Restaurant, known for its excellent seafood offerings. Kynance Cove. Fans have flocked to Kynance Cove to take pictures of filming, with many pictures of cast and crew at his unique locations circulating on social media. Kynance Cove is located on the west side of the Lizard and is probably the most photographed and painted location in Cornwall. The distinctive serpentine rock formations and the cove's white sand certainly give the location an ethereal feel. It's frankly the ideal place to shoot a fantasy TV series such as House of the Dragon. The best way to approach Kynance Cove is via the coastal path from Lizard Point, to get the most dramatic coastal views in the UK on a scenic, 2-mile walk. There is a car park at Kynance Cove, but it can get extremely busy during the peak season. Located just above the beach at Kynance Cove is an eco-friendly cafe selling traditional Cornish pasties and cream teas. St. Michael's Mount cast and crew have been spotted near St. Michael's Mount, with a close-up shot of an archway set erected at St. Michael's Mount showing the House Valerian sigil of a seahorse. It's a picturesque, natural tidal island connected to the mainland by a causeway, a raised cobbled walkway on the seabed. The island is a hugely popular site for tourists with its historic castle and gardens. At high tide, the sea covers the causeway and the mount is inaccessible on foot. At low tide, the causeway is revealed, and visitors can walk across to explore the island. There's also the option to get to the island via boat in the summer season, for a small cost. It's found off the coast of Merseyne in Cornwall and is owned by the National Trust. Tickets for St. Michael's Mount are free to National Trust members. Family tickets for non-members cost £35. Heartland Quay. Several fan photographs have shown large crowds of costumed actors stood atop green hills and cliffs against a backdrop of the sea at Heartland Quay in Devon. Heartland Quay is located on the Atlantic coast of Devon near Bude and can be accessed via the popular Southwest Coastal Path. The surrounding area is designated as Heritage Coastline and is home to some of the roughest seas in winter. It's the perfect place for hikers and photographers with its impressive coastal scenery and cliff-top walks. The Heartland Quay Hotel provides cozy, coastal accommodation as well as dining at their popular Wreckers Retreat Bar. When will the House of the Dragon be available to watch? 2022 is officially the year of the Dragon, with the series set to hit our screens sometime this year. With anticipation sky high, many fans are asking when House of the Dragon, HOD, will be released on HBO. The 10-part series is set ahead of the events of Game of Thrones, and it will follow the origin story of the Targaryens and their mighty dragons. An official release date has yet to be announced for HOD, but there are strong indications that filming will wrap soon if it hasn't already. This means that we could potentially see House of the Dragon released sometime in the second half of this year. The UK release date is reported to be set to be around the same time as the US release if you are based in the UK. Most series of Game of Thrones can be streamed on Amazon, iTunes and the Google Play Store. Whilst this may also later be the case for House of the Dragon, it has been announced that this prequel will first debut on Sky Atlantic in 2022 in the UK. It will also be available to stream on Now TV. Get the latest 3-day weather forecast where you live. Find out by adding your postcode or visit in your area. Many are speculating that a release announcement might be made at the upcoming Game of Thrones convention in Las Vegas in February. It surely seems like the ideal time to make a big reveal. To celebrate the forthcoming prequel series House of the Dragon, Warner Bros. Is putting on an official fan convention at the Rio Hotel and Suites Convention Center this February, and it's very likely we'll be getting lots of juicy hot updates at this convention. with Amazon debuting its new Lord of the Rings series and the next season of The Witcher possibly coming out, 2022 is set to be a big year for fantasy TV series. HBO must strive to get the timing for a hot release on an already crowded streaming schedule this year to maximize viewing numbers. Releasing HUD at the same time as the new Lord of the Rings would be a fantasy clash they would surely want to avoid. Screen Rant notes that typically, new seasons of Game of Thrones premiered on HBO in April of any given year, except Season 7, which had a summer debut. HBO may want House of the Dragon's release date to be similar to GOT to remain consistent for fans. Until the official announcement though, it's a waiting game for fans around the world.